Good morning, guys. This is Becca, and I decided I would do a nursery space tour. I don't have a room just as the nursery, so my nursery is in my bedroom. I know I have put up a video before, but that was before I deleted all of my videos. I have some new subscribers since then, so I thought I would do another tour and show where I keep my babies. Well, yesterday, when I did the video yesterday for Fashion Friday, I showed you where I keep my two big girls. They're in a swing and a rocker in the living room. So the rest of my babies are all in my bedroom, and so here we go. I'll show you. Two walls in my bedroom is just well, except for my dresser is on the same wall. But anyway, I'll show you. This is the door walking in from there's like a little square place not really a foyer, just a little square place here. That's the bathroom and that's the bedroom. That was coming in out of the living room. So you walk in my bedroom and there's my bed. And so I'm going to show you from the door area first. So when you walk in the door, to the right is a shelf that I have the baby clothes and things on it. In that top basket there is some purses I've made that I need to really get put up on Facebook Marketplace. The pink thing there is some baby wings, like angel wings. That box right there holds all their hair stuff. The top shelf there holds their toys. And then from there down, I've got to get two more of these bins to go here for these clothes. But I have two bins on each shelf, which doesn't fill the whole shelf, so I'm able to put a little something beside it. Down here at the bottom this is night clothes for preemie. I think I have preemie, newborn, and 0 to 3 months in that one basket, that one bin. Here, I'm not sure. I can't remember what's in there. I think it's like the skirts, the pants, I mixed the sizes, and I don't like that. I'm going to have to reorganize it because I have to search to find what I need for each baby. But I think this is like the shorts, the pants, the skirts, the bottoms parts. These two bins here, this little shelf here is pacifiers. And then on top I have the bottles and the brush and stuff like that. These two bins are for my big girls. They're like 9 to 12 month stuff in there. There's a few 6 month, but it's because it's stretchy and I can manage to get it on them. But they mostly wear 9 to 12 months. This little basket here holds their socks. This shelf here is, this is like rompers and little dresses, like sets. That's the little dress with the little pants here, and it's mixed sizes, preemie to 0 to 3 months. And then I have a few shoes there, and this section here is some of the I only have one boy baby, but it's some of their newer clothes that I'm wanting. Either he hasn't worn them yet or only worn one time. I'm wanting to put those on him before I put other clothes on him. These two bins here is, like I said, the mixed sizes, but it has like their onesies, just different outfits. I can't just, both of them are pretty full. Both of them are full. And then here, I don't have a lot of bibs, but I have a few bibs, and I just keep them set right here. And this here is a little backpack that came with with June when I got her. And so that is the shelf there. Now, that chest there is just my stuff. This plastic container is some wood blocks that I let kids, when they come visit, I let them play with it to occupy them. That's the blankets that I use to cover the babies at night. We use our ceiling fan every night. Now, during the day, the only time it's on when the babies is in here is like when I'm in here, like right now. But when I go out, I turn it off. So I don't worry so much about it during the day because the fan's not going. But if you notice, you know, when the fan's going and you notice your fan blades gets really dusty, well, it's also throwing the dust around the room. And, you know, it takes a while to get caked up dust, but I prefer that not to happen to my babies, although I do, you know, occasionally wipe them down and stuff like that. But still, just for extra protection, I cover them with blankets at night so the ceiling fan won't just be, you know, blowing around on them. So I have a mini baby bed because, like I said, I have to have it here in my room. Oh, this little thing is like a portable baby bed that you would take traveling. You unfold it, and it's a bed you put the babies in. I use that in the living room on the couch during the day whenever I'm doing role play and I've got my babies in, one of my babies in there. I'll put it in that baby bed, that portable bed. So the mini baby bed, this here is the dolls I was telling you. These 3 dolls I do not play with. I don't change them. This is my Paradise Galleries doll. Sweet Swan is her, the name that she came with. I couldn't think what to say, but it's the name she came with because of the little swan on her dress. They call her Sweet Swan. I named her Whitney. This here is Jessica for Christmas. This is an Ashton Drake doll. And as you can tell, she's an older doll. Her vinyl, you can hear it. It's that hard vinyl. She's a pretty old doll. She's a retired doll, pretty old. She's in the 1990s. I'm pretty sure is when she was made. But anyway, her name is Jessica for Christmas, and that's why she has a Christmas dress on. And I don't change her. She's just there for looks. Her hair got a little messed up by the blanket I had on top of them. This here is the NPK doll I was telling you about. This is one of the very first dolls that I purchased when I first started collecting dolls and didn't know anything about them. Her hair is a little ratty from the blanket. But anyway, even though she is an NPK, she is a beautiful doll. And just look at that little smile. Now, if I could show you a picture of my niece, which if I could show you a picture of my great niece, which my niece does not want us putting her online, and I can understand that. But if I could put pictures up there and compare them, you would see how their little smiles are almost identical. So that's why I won't get rid of this doll, because she reminds me so much of Gracie, and her name is Macy. Now, these 3 here are Ashton Drakes. I do change these 3 and cuddle them some, but not as much as I do my reborns. I love my Ashton Drake dolls. They are petite. They're the clothes they have on are Ashton Drake clothes that are made specifically for them. I mean, not like, that's not just specifically for that one doll, but for their size is what I'm saying. So I love my Ashton Drake dolls. This here is Blessed Are the Pure of Heart, which is, I named her Jenna. This here is Peyton, which I left her as Peyton. This here is, I think it's called Daddy's Girl. I think was her company name. I don't know how to say that. Her given name from Ashton Drake. And I named her Bethany. She has on the new Happy New Year dress that Ashton Drake makes. I am subscribed to their, you can subscribe to their clothes subscription and give them the size babies you have. And every time, you know, like a new holiday or they get out a new set of clothes or whatever, they automatically send it to you. And, you know, Of course, when you subscribe, they automatically take the payment out. Peyton has on the Valentine's dress that's just recently come in after Christmas, and so I changed her from her Christmas dress to the Valentine's dress. The New Year's it's actually a skirt and top. It came in before Christmas, but naturally I waited until after Christmas, took Bethany out of her Christmas suit and put her into that one. Now this here is the dress that Ashton Drake sent for Christmas. And since it doesn't have any writing on it saying anything about Christmas, it's just red and white, I said I would go ahead and leave it on Jenna right now. That's what she wore for Christmas, and I'm just going to leave it on her for right now because it fits her so perfectly, because it is an Ashton Drake outfit that was made for that size doll. All right. This right here is my little Abby girl. This is the one I'm role playing with today, and I just got through rocking her and put her down for her morning nap, and her so sheepy, and her still wearing a Christmas sleeper. I've got to get her changed later, and but I rocked her to sleep, and her's taking her morning nap. And my dresser's right there. Then I have my dog pens. That's Ringo there. The other two dogs, Bug's outside and Lucy's on the couch in the living room. But I have 3 pens. About the only time I close the door to their pens is like when we have company. And I'll bring them in here and put them in their pens and close the doors, because they like to bark and carry on and even snap if given the opportunity. So when we have company, I put them in their pens and lock the door. At night, that's actually Ringo's pen, and that's where he sleeps at night. During the day, he'll take his choice of pens, because the other two hates the pens, and unless they have to, they won't get in it. Well, Bug won't get in it at all unless she has to, unless I put her in it. Now Lucy will during the day when I'm up and about, not sitting on the couch with her. She will come get it in. She never gets in Ringo's, but she'll get in one of these other pens that's not occupied during the day just to take a little nap. But that's because she knows I'm not going to shut the door and lock it. But other than that, Lucy and Bug hates the pens. Ringo loves them, but he's been in them since we got him when he was 4 months old, and he's 12 now. So that's just been his life. And the reason he's took over these other 2 pens is because he thinks he's the master of this house, and anything that comes in here is his, and he's about right. He is about right. Okay, so on top of the pens is where I have my other babies, and I will show them to you. I just put blankets across the top. This baby, I got her laying on a boppy because she is my partial silicone. This is an Ashton Drake doll. This here is Lily Rose, and she is my partial silicone. She is adorable, but I don't play with her as much as I do the Reborn. Reborn. Like I said in yesterday's video, I have found my style. Now, as far as these that I say are not my style, I love these dolls, and I would not get rid of them for anything, but I just don't do role play with them. I change them, like she still has on her Christmas dress. I've got to get her changed into something else. I do change these other dolls that I have shown you, like the June, which are Reborns, but I just don't cuddle them as much as the smaller ones because they're so big. But the Ashton Drakes that I have, they are, except for that one that's the older one that I don't fool with. I do things with them and play with them some, but not as much as the Reborns. But I love my little Lily Rose. I love that she is partial silicone. I wanted to, and I may eventually do that. I want to purchase one of the partial silicones from Ashton Drake that is more of a baby with its eyes closed. To me, she looks like an older, the way they got her, she looks older than like a newborn, She looks more like maybe a 6-7 month old baby. And my style that I like to play with are the newborn babies. So I'm thinking that I might purchase a partial silicone from Ashton Drake that is like a baby that's got its eyes closed, which is more my style, although I will buy open-eyed babies. Anyway, I want to do that. So now for my reborns, there's Lucy. Look at her, guys. She loves doing this. Okay, what she's doing is she's walking under the edge of my bedspread and just letting it slowly. That is, it's adorable. I love it. She's letting it slowly rub down her back, and I guess it just really feels good to her for that to just lightly rub over her. She does this often. She'll just come in here or in my mom's room and just walk. She'll walk the whole edge of the bed. She can't in here because I have a chest, but she can in my mama's room. And she'll just walk all the way around the edge of the bed in mama's room. And now she's gone up under there. I don't know what she's doing. Maybe coming out on the other side. Okay, this is going to be a long video, I see right now. All right. So all the rest of the babies I'm showing you are reborns. They were hand painted. If they have hair, they were hand rooted or either hand painted hair. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4 that are bald. And I'm going to also in this video count how many open-eyed babies I have and see if I have half and half. So this here, she is bald. This is Kate. She is the Kate kit, and I don't remember I think it's Bountiful Baby, but I don't remember the artist that sculpted her. But that is Kate, and I left her name as Kate. This is the Sugar kit, and I'm not going to be able to remember every kit. The only reason I remember this one is because I've recently looked it up. This here's my little boy. I did have him as a girl at the beginning, and I called it Savannah, and I changed him to a boy. And so that's my Caleb, and he's bald. This here is Natalie, and I can't remember what kit she is, but the artist, let's see, this one, and this one, and this one, all came from the same artist, and that artist does not do hair. She just does the painting and leave them bald, which she does an awesome job on the molting and the veining and all that, but she just doesn't do hair, which, that's fine. I could send it off to another artist and get it rooted or painted if I wanted to, but I'm not really ready to do that. But I can't remember her kit, but I named her Natalie, and this here is also from the same artist. She is also bald. And this, I named this one. This one is the Amber kit. And I kept her name as Amber. Okay, so these two here side by side are from the same artist. This was from Baker's Reborn Nursery or something like that. Anyway, this here, let's see. I remember this one's kit, but I don't remember this one's kit. But anyway, she has red hair, and I just loved her red hair. I loved it. She was a custom. I saw someone with this kit, while the same person sold another kit of this kit, and so I had me one custom made. I told her I wanted it just like she made the other one with the red hair, and everything, same kit. So I named her Jasmine. Matter of fact, that may be her kit name. It is. Her kit's name's Jasmine, and I left it as Jasmine. Okay. The ones that had a name for their kit, like Blessed of the Pure of Heart and the Ashton Drake wasn't a name. So I had to give it a name. The one that, my Lily Rose, that was her name in the Ashton Drake catalog, so I left it as Lily Rose. So if I don't already have a baby with the name of the kit, I will keep it that name. So this one here is the Dominic kit, and I made it a girl. I loved it. She was already made. This is from Baker's nursery. I can't remember the full name of her nursery. But she just had it up on her website to sell. It was already made. It wasn't necessarily custom made for me. There's the bow. If you watched my yesterday's video, I was trying to find the footless shoes, the whatever you call them. I'm supposed to have some footless sandals the same as that bow, and I couldn't find it. And I looked to see if any of my babies had them on, and they don't. But anyway, that's the Dominic kit, and I named her Scarlet. She's still in her Christmas outfit that she's been in since Christmas. I've got to get her changed. All these other babies, all the way up to Lily Rose, I do a baby a day. I play with one baby a day. And so these, I've started with Jasmine and went down that way, skipped Lily Rose and went to my bigger dolls in the living room, and then I did this one down here. I'll tell you her name in a minute. Well, two of these down here. So there's only two that needs to be changed out of their Christmas clothes. Okay, I hope I'm not making y'all dizzy. I get to talking so much and I get out of breath and I forget what I'm saying, and I hope I'm not saying the same things over and over. Okay, so the baby that's in the in the baby bed that I've said I'm doing today, her name, Abby, I told you her. Her and these two here are from the same artist. I purchased them from the same artist. This here is the Jewel kit, and I named her Gabby. Abby and Gabby, I had originally wanted them to be twins. They're not the same kits. I didn't want them to necessarily be totally identical. If I could have had an open, like a sleeping and awake of the same kit, I would have got the same kit, just one awake, one asleep. But I had already purchased Abby, and so I asked them, I asked the artist that I got her from, did they have a kit with her asleep, that same kit with it asleep? And she said no. So we went through the kits and tried to find one that was as close to Abby as we could, that would pass a little bit for twins. And so Gabby, which is the Jewel kit, was the closest to Abby. I don't remember her kit, sorry. But for a while I did them as twins. Now I'm just letting them be their individual people. I'm not using them as twins, because if they're twins, I want to do them on the same day whenever I do role play, and it's just too hard to do two. In my physical condition, it's too hard to do two at one time, so I put them back to be individual people. Okay, so that was Jewel, which I named her Gabby, or Gabrielle. I named her Gabrielle because Abby is Abigail, and I named her Gabrielle. And Abby and Gabby, but they're not twins now. They're individual people, dolls. This here is Olivia, and I don't remember which kit she is, but she's a beautiful doll. I love her. And like I said, it was from the same artist, and this artist paints hair. They do have hair, but it's painted hair. I love it. So pretty. This doll here, I love this doll. I don't remember the artist. I just purchased this as a second, or I may even be like a third mom to this doll. So it wasn't like I had it custom made for me or anything, or found it first made on a website. This doll has been passed through other moms, and I can't remember the kit or the artist. I do have all of that wrote down, as every time I purchase a doll, I take a picture of it and I write down all of its information, and I scrapbook it in my scrapbook for my dolls. So I could go get that and look up all that information. You know, if something was to happen, I ever decided to sell, which I doubt very seriously, but if something happened that I ever decided to sell, then I would have the information there. I could tell you all that information if I decided to sell it. But this here, like I said, I don't remember the kit or the artist, but this, I named her Jada. I just love her little lips, her little tongue sticking out. She has open nostrils. She's just beautiful. I love her. So that's my babies. Okay, now, I'm not going to count any babies except for reborns to see how many opened eyes and closed eyes babies I have, okay? So let's go with closed eyes first. I have the June asleep kit in the living room, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 asleep babies. Okay, the June kit in the living room that's awake is 1. Abby in the baby bed is 2, 3, 4, 5 awake babies. So I have 7 asleep and 5 awake. As you can see, my preference is the asleep baby. Most of these babies with their eyes open, I purchased, excuse me, I purchased them when I first started collecting dolls. And I was trying to figure out, you know, I didn't think of it that way when I first started out. But, you know, I would just see dolls that I could afford and I would buy them. And but as I purchased, I realized what I liked better, you know. And I like the little ones that is more closer to, you know, like newborn, or, you know, like a month old or whatever. I like the smaller ones that is actually baby, you know, newborn baby type ones. Which, like I said, I wouldn't get rid of my bigger aged dolls, older type dolls like Lily Rose and my June girls in there that's 7 months. I wouldn't get rid of them for anything. I love them, but the ones that I play with and do role play with, I prefer the asleep ones. I love my open-eyed babies, and I wouldn't get rid of them, and I'm not saying I would not buy any more open-eyed babies. I probably would if it struck me right and it was a kit I really loved. But as you can see, I have more sleeping babies than awake. Not counting my Ashton Drake, NPK, and Paradise Galleries, because all of the ones I have are awake, so I'm not counting them. Because I don't play. I don't do role play with them. Okay. Alright, guys. This video is going to end up being 30 minutes. I've taken up enough of your time this morning. I will let y'all go. I just wanted to give you a quick tour of my nursery space. I wished I had a room. It may be over 30 minutes. I do want to tell you this. When I first started collecting, I have a craft room / laundry room. For the house, it was made as the laundry room. It's got the hot water heater. It's a place for the washer and dryer in it. But it was big enough, I also made it as my craft room. And so when I first started collecting dolls, this big white shelf here was in that room, in the washroom. And so I just made each shelf a bed, as I first started out and didn't have this many dolls. And I had my dolls in the washroom / craft room. But then I got to thinking, hey, I've paid a lot of money for each of these dolls. And they're in here in this washroom where there's humidity, there's dust, and all that. And I did not like that. I got to thinking about it. And I said, that might mess up my dolls. And I can't afford that. I don't want that. So I moved the shelf in here and eventually bought the baby bed. And eventually, as I got more babies, put them on the dog pens until this is what I got. I told hubby we're going to end up having to move the bed out of here and sleep in the living room and just let this be the baby's room. But no, I was picking. But anyway, I wanted to tell you that, and I'm going to get off of here, and I will talk with you all later. Hope I haven't made you dizzy with all of this. All right. I will see you later. Bye.